Any parent has the right to expect for their children to have the best Islamic education, specifically when it comes to teaching of Quran and Ahlul Bayt.
A Sunday school is the connection of a child.
Connect with the meaning of the verses of the Quran and to hopefully understand the application of those verses in their day-to-day lives.
And apply all the concept of Quran and everything that they need to learn about the Prophet, peace be upon him, life and his beloved family.
It's definitely going to be well organized and well structured, and that in and of itself is a lesson for our children. We can lecture them all we want on being organized, but when they come into a program that is well organized, that will be a lesson in and of itself. Teachers know what they're going to be teaching, they're going to have lesson plans, they know exactly what they're going to be doing throughout the time that they're spending in the program.
We're trying to teach Quran in a totally different structure as far as application aspect of it.
The use of technology, not just to deliver content to our children, but also to allow them to engage with that content, and that'll allow them to retain that information and those lessons for longer times.
This program is planned to go fully equipped with technology. All the new strategies of teaching, lesson planning, we're trying to teach every child to learn Quran at their own pace and level and be able to apply it, learn it and apply it on their daily lives before we move on to next surah or to next ayah.
This is more like you're connecting with the book. It's like an application to the book. Like you're applying this book into yourself.
It's going to be fun and engaging through the activities that have been included into the curriculum. And number 4, and I think this part is somewhat unique, is a set of discussions that we are offering for our high school kids called Islamic identity discussion. So the point of these discussions is to guide our teenagers and our high school kids through those critical years where they definitely need mentorship and guidance to be able to go through those years smoothly. At the very beginning, we'll start out with a rational approach to proving the 5 pillars of our faith, to feel more confident in our faith. Under that, we will discuss the idea of evolution and how that relates to the oneness of God. Under that, we will talk about atheism and some of the trends that we have going on in that regard. Another topic that we'll be discussing is an introduction to the major religions of the world. An introduction to the different schools of thought within Islam, and why do we have these different schools of thought? Where do they stem from? Where do we stand with regards to these different schools of thought? How can a young man or a young woman introduce and speak of Islamic teachings to people who are not adherents to the religions of Islam, and how he or she can do that in a confident manner? And some other less fundamental but just as interesting topics like black magic and jinn and maybe even the evil eye and things of that nature, whether they exist or whether it's something that's part of our culture, or maybe it's half and half basically. So I think those are some of the things that will set apart CFK's program. And number 4, and I think this part is somewhat unique, is a set of discussions that we are offering for our high school kids called Islamic identity discussion. So the point of these discussions is to guide our teenagers and our high school kids through those critical years where they definitely need mentorship and guidance to be able to go through those years smoothly.
Actually help every single child at any level and any age to first become interested and love the holy book of Allah, and then go back home and practice it within the family.